Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Rashman. You're watching us live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave will be in here shortly. He's out in South Dakota taking the show on the road again. Hey, folks, we have a real great show for you tonight. Sponsored guests tonight are Quinn Alexander. He's a PGA head golf professional at Land Park Golf Course in New Braunfels here. He's going to be with us for the entire show. So looking forward to having him on all hour. And then Kobe Gulick, who's owner of Kobe Stevens Apparel, he'll be here off the show. Hey, he's got a really new line and he has nothing to do with the Kobe polos. He's got himself some fishing gear, so if you like fishing and golfing, you'll want to stick around for that. He's got some pretty cool stuff. And then we're going to be heading north to Cool Gaylord, Michigan Golf Mecca to catch up with Kevin Klein, TVC CEO at Cherry Capital Airport, and Paul Beachdaw, Executive Director of Gaylord Convention and Tourism Bureau. So this show is packed from the time we get it going, and let's get it going real quick. So if you haven't got yourself a cold one, you know the old routine. Go grab a Frosty. We'll be right back after. Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Rachman. Dave Roberts coming to you from South Dakota. And no stranger to the show, Quinn Alexander. He's the PGA head professional, golf professional out at Land Park Golf Course and a sponsor to the show. Quinn, I know you had a long day, man, so we appreciate you coming and hanging for an hour with us.
Well, no problem. I'm happy to be here, and it's good to be on the whole show with you guys. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Hey, Dave, we're going to only have you for a segment here because I know maybe you can show us exactly what you're doing out there. Pretty cool.
Well, okay. This. Here you go. Here we go. I have a range full of folks here that I'm giving instruction to. It's part of the Grow Golf Around the World tour. And we're here at Prairie Ridge in Air Force Base in South Dakota. And so, like I said, part of the Grow Golf Around the World tour. We're on right now a 16-city tour of the ecosystem of golf, showing the this morning we had the juniors. This is the airmen and adults this afternoon. And, you know, as Quint understands, because he's been in the business about as long as I have been, that we want to grow it from the fastest growing demographic, which is the juniors and the women, all the way up into our retirees, which are a lot of the folks that play at Land Park in the morning time with the Eagles and the other guys. So what I do is I just spread the word, gospel of golf, all around the world.
Well, and you're doing a good job of it, Davey. Thanks for taking our show on the road all the time, man. That's always cool.
It's awesome, well, yeah, Dave. What is the temperature like? It looks like it's pretty nice in South Dakota.
Well, you know, I'm glad you asked. You know, it's a cool 75. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to handle this. Right now, it's actually raining in the background, and my students are just out here rocking it. It gets down to about 51. I know y'all know nothing about that until about October, November, but we get a little rainstorm every day, and then the sun comes out. Doesn't get dark until like 9, 10 o'clock here, and it's light at 5 o'clock. And so there's a lot of time for golf out here.
Hey, speaking of golf, man, did you get to watch again this last weekend? Watch Scotty do another one. I'll go to you, Quint. I mean, watch Scotty do another win. That's 6 wins this year, and nobody has done that since Night King's 60s when Arnold Palmer did it. Is this guy something special, Quint?
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. I mean, he's special. I mean, they're and you know, I mean, someone to do that, and he definitely has confidence. I mean, I don't think the tour's gotten any easier to play, but he's just on a roll, and he's going to ride this confidence, and he's such a good player.
Hey, Dave, it's, and again, well said, because he is, I mean, the competition hasn't gotten any lighter, but he seems to be pulling it off. And, this last one, you had to go to OT for it, but too much fun to watch this guy. He's the real deal.
Yeah, and it's a great thing. And, all three of us have been around this game for our entire lives. And we understand that there are generational golfers. Our last one was Tiger. Before that, you had Jack, Arnie, Tom. You had quite a few of them, but Jack was the one who stood out the most. And before Jack, we could go into the 60s with Sam Snead and all the others. It seems like now Scotty is our next generational golfer. And it's fun to watch him. He doesn't have to have all the personality of a Ricky Fowler or some of these guys. But you know what? When the chips are down, this guy is almost automatic, and I like watching him.
Yeah, he's definitely a machine. Hey, there's always these rivals. Remember back then, Quint, when it was Trevino, it was Palmer, Player. They had all these these guys were back and forth together. It's just like Scotty's such a standout. I always thought maybe that Homa would step up and McIlroy would kick it up a notch. Spieth just, I don't know whatever happened to him. I mean, the competition for Scotty right now, it doesn't seem like it's all there. I don't even know who could compete with him.
Yeah, me either. I mean, it just, I think it takes something. I think way back when the players played, I mean, it was just out of necessity to make a living, and now, I mean, you can kind of get where you're comfortable with what you're doing, and that's why I think these players are so good now. I mean, you win a couple of tournaments now, you're pretty much set. So it's just a desire to want to play well and want to win, and so I think that's what makes them so much better.
Dave, could it be too that, hey, maybe he's missing a DeChambeau? Maybe he's missing a Johnson. Maybe he's missing some of Cam Smith. I'm starting to think some of those things. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's nobody that can really compare to him.
Okay. Think of it this way.
I'm sitting
I am so glad, yes, because we're coming from left field. This is like a Tennessee home run. And sorry, A&M Aggies, because I am a UT fan and we just stole your coach. So, but check this out. I want this come from left. Open your mind a second. You say Jack had, they had Tom Watson, Trevino, them guys. Johnny Miller had his guys. Tiger, he had Phil. Scotty has 143. Because every week, the talent pool is so great on the PGA Tour right now. It's a different person challenging Scotty every week. It's not just that one guy. You got guys coming out of left field, right field, challenging. So I think this is it's not going to be as Tiger-esque, but this is very special. We need to keep watching this because he's just not getting that Tiger feel down at the end of the day. It's a different person every week that he's fending off. And I think it makes just that more special that he's doing it with the talent pool. I mean, come on. You look at it. When I was growing up in the business, the Ben Hogan Tour, that was like the stepchild. Now the Korn Ferry Tour with the talent now is just a half stroke or a stroke from being on the PGA Tour. And so, the talent pool today is just so thick and rich that, Scotty winning 6, my gosh, I mean, unbelievable. Well, and if it's not the same guy every week.
That you made my point. I mean, there's usually that one guy that usually is in the mix, or maybe those 4 or 5 guys that used to be in the mix. Now, does the PGA have a better pool from the bottom up? Yeah, they do. Yeah. But and do they play a different game than what the live guys do? I'm just saying. I mean, you think it would be different if we had these guys in there really challenging on some of these events, and it's just kind of flying around. I mean,
right. And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you brought up the live because you know how I feel about the live because I'm a PGA homer. Okay,
I know that.
Where
I
are
know.
these stars, John Rahm? Where are these stars, Cameron Smith? These guys aren't taking over the Live Tour by storm. Those guys aren't finishing at the top. You've got the other guys finishing at the top of the Live Tour on a consistent basis. So do they bring worth to the PGA Tour if they were there? Yes, but they're not taking over the other 47 guys that they're playing every week.
Well, you know,
so
and
that
and
argument,
Quinn, it kind of goes with what Quinn said. You know, maybe they get. I mean, how'd you like to get a $10 million bonus, Quinn, to come play for the Live Tour? There maybe isn't that motivation to win anymore, and I think some of the Live player tours are finding that out.
I totally agree. I mean, I think the PGA Tour is so strong from the bottom up, and the Korn Ferry also, and the Live. I think that does have a little bit to do with it. I mean, it's just a change for those guys. They're not competing 4 days in a row, and they're doing these shotgun starts. And obviously, they would definitely, if they were back on the PGA Tour, they would compete, I believe. But as far as taking anything away from Scotty Scheffler, I wouldn't do that. So
yeah, no, I tell you, he's the real deal.
Players.
He's going up against quite a few of them. One thing, and this is, did you guys see where these freaks from nowhere came out on the 18th green? Did you guys get to watch that? They charged the 18th green. They threw flares up and kind of damaged some of the green before it went into OT. And they were people that are eco lover or eco think that we're not doing the right job in our industry. And I just come up and call them serious tree huggers, okay? And but they came out and there was like 4 or 5 of them that just kind of disturbed everything on the 18th green just before Scotty was supposed to make his putt. I don't think they did their homework, Quint, because some of the most eco-friendly people on the planet are golf industry people.
Yeah, you're right. They're golf courses. I mean, it couldn't be any more green space than that. And it's just frustrating that these people feel the right to take something away from someone that's worked hard or had an opportunity to win, like Tom Kim, and they kind of outshine them or take away from them, and also all the patrons. Some of those people spend a lot of hard-earned money to get out there to watch, and then they feel like they can interrupt that. It's just disappointing.
Well, hey, Dave, too, and they didn't do their homework. I mean, if you want to talk about people putting pesticides, making sure stuff don't get in the water, and saving all the trees and all of this stuff, I don't know where they were coming from. I think there was a couple of those that flunked their course. That they thought they had to come out and do that.
And you're right on that, because the agronomists that and we'll take Brody for example. You've got to have spraying license. There's different certifications. You got the MSDA. You got all these other things that happen, and folks don't realize that we are so tightly relegated as golf course operators and owners of the chemicals and the things that we put on our golf course. I mean, we are a million times safer than Joe Smucky changing his oil in the front yard in his car. Okay. And people don't get that. And I will tell you this, because I love Landa Park. I love playing there. I guarantee you, if those Jamokes did that on number 18 over at Landa Park, Brody probably would have had, I don't think those guys would have came out of Landa Park. Let's just put it that way,
Let's just say the police would not probably be called.
There would be no police. Hunting season's coming upon us. We would please our own there, because it's terrible, because then you take a look what they had to do. They had to change the cup because of the damage.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of damage the orange dyes and all the other stuff is. We don't know what was in it. You'll tell in a day or two. And they think that they got their 15 minutes of fame. And it's really sad that something like that has to happen. And the way they do things, I mean, it did take away from Tom Kim, because he had some momentum rocking in there.
Yeah. I tell you this, really was nice to know that there's a lot of undercover agents walking in street clothes out there because they closed in on these people really fast. And so there's people watching out there. So I'm glad the PGA took steps on that when it comes to security. But I think the PGA has done a great job taking care of that. Hey, Davey, we're up against the clock here, man, and I know you got to get back to work. We got to go pay some bills here, brother. Hey, thanks for taking us on the road here.
Good seeing you, Quint. I'll see you on the 4th of July, Quint.
The firecracker.
We're ready for the firecracker. Me and Ty.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks.
So,
okay,
y'all have a great show, guys. I'm going to get back to work. You know, Golf Pro's job is never done. Quint knows that. That's why he's on the air right now. So,
yeah,
y'all be blessed, and we will see you when I get back next week.
You too, brother. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Talk to y'all later.
Hey, folks, just want to take a real quick break. When we come back, we are going to Gaylord, Michigan. You're going to stick around for this, let me tell you. I think you're going to find a great place you can beat the heat from Texas for sure. Go grab yourself a cold one if you already have Golf After Hours. We'll be back after the break.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vcgc.golf. That's vcgc.golf.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the Hill Country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the Hill Country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. Quint Alexander is going to be joining me for the whole show. Dave is taking off the rest of the evening. He's got to work. But I got two of my favorite guys that I really had to have the pleasure of meeting on several occasions in Michigan and in Texas. And we have the TVC Cherry Capital Airport CEO, Kevin Klein, with us, who's on the right-hand side. And then we have Paul Beach now. He's the executive director of Gaylord Area Convention and Tourism Bureau. Guys, welcome to Texas.
Hey, thanks.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
I tell you
little
what.
warmer here than back in Michigan when we left.
Well, is I was just showing Quint. I told him, I says, hey, guess what the weather is here this next 5 days? And I went through, it's like 101, the low 80, 101, the low 90. And then I went to Gaylord. It was like tomorrow is 69 degrees, low 40. And then you guys got a heat thing coming in on next Monday or Tuesday. It gets all the way up to 74. And Quint has asked me on several occasions. He said, "Man, how many times have you been there?" And I said, "Well, I think a couple times I've been up there." And Joe's been up there too. One of our marketing guys from Dallas, Joe V's been up there. Hey, but I'm going to start with you, Paul, and then we're going to get to the reason why you need to come. The reason you need to come to Michigan is you guys got a Gulf Mecca up there like none other. And I was totally impressed when I first came up there. I didn't even think there was anything like this up there. Tell us a little bit about Gaylord. And I think Texas knows some about it, but you guys are making your way down to South Texas. And that's my territory. And we don't have a lot of Gaylord stuff going on down here.
Yeah, so we were really honored to host you for a media event. I think you're on our very first one. And Gaylord is located in the exact center of northern Michigan. We're 1 hour from the Mackinac Bridge and Traverse City and Alpena, but we have 16 championship golf courses that are just really amazing. And some of the best designers in the world have built golf courses in Gaylord. We have very rolling terrain. We're the highest elevation of any city in the lower peninsula. We have beautiful streams where water literally comes right out of the ground to start a number of river systems. We have forested fairways, a lot of wildlife, and the designers have just loved building golf courses there. And we're based in the center of the Midwest, so there's a lot of golfers in the Midwest. So we started branching out, Mike, to farther communities where, like Texas and Florida, where it gets just extremely hot in the summer. We're really a great location to enjoy golf, enjoy some summer temperatures, some other great outdoor activities. We have 90 small lakes in the Gaylord area. So if you want to get out kayaking, paddleboarding, or hiking, it's really very comfortable temperatures to do that in the summertime. You get a break from the heat, and you can play some amazing golf courses. The viewscapes are absolutely fantastic, as you can attest to. And I know you saw a lot of the woods too, Mike, having played with you.
Well, wow. Unfortunately, you guys were giving golf balls away when I came up there. So I said, hey, I'm going to have at it.
Yeah. And don't forget, Paul, our great, when we're in the Eastern time zone, we're in the western part of the Eastern time zone. So we have some of the longest days. You can start playing golf at 6 o'clock in the morning and finish up at 10 o'clock at night. So you can get a lot of golf in a long day.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So you can start early and finish late, huh? Do a lot of folks play 36 holes when they go up there, or do they, with the weather being so nice?
Yeah, it's really easy to do, as Kevin mentioned. I mean, even if you get a mid-morning tee time at 9:30 or 10 in the morning, and you finish up by 2:30 or 3, you can tee off again at 4 or 5 and easily, this time of year right now, easily finish another 18 holes. A lot of people do that. And all the courses are so close together. Of course, we don't have the traffic like you have down here in Houston, as we found out today. So getting around, a 30-minute or a 30-mile drive, I mean, literally takes you less than 30 minutes. There's just not a lot of traffic, and usually the drives are just really beautiful. So we're a really special destination, and we love seeing Texans up in northern Michigan.
Well, one thing here, that was a good point he brought up about 36 holes, because we were up there for 3 days. We played 36 holes every day.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I never even thought about that. but we went from breakfast to lunch to another course, you know,
Right.
and then in the evening, well, you know what we did in the evening. I mean, it was, it was way too much fun. And you guys really encourage a lot of fun. And, you know, now, folks, if you've never been to Gaylord, you at least need to jump online and check it out. You'll know what I'm talking about. And I've never steered you in any other direction. But if you want to chill in the summertime, like they do in the wintertime, catch some of our heat, you know, you need to be the Sunbird and head to Gaylord. And you guys are now making it so much easier, Kevin, to take that flight from Houston now, where you never did have a straight flight. And now you got one also from Dallas. Maybe you can tell our viewers a little bit about that.
So starting here on June 29th, this Saturday, United Airlines kicks off nonstop service from Houston International, IAH, to TVC. And they're going to start this year on a seasonal basis, Saturday only, 6 flights until August 17th to test the market. And so we're really, if this is the time to try it, come on up now. This is the time to do it. So we can prove to United that this service can grow and expand. And so next summer, we can see it go from a Saturday only to a daily service. And, you know, it's brought to the ability to do that is through what we call the United States DOT Small Communities Air Service Development Grant, which provides $750,000 to offset the risk to United to do a route like this. And so it's a great opportunity. And we partner here with the Houston Airport System and really get the word out. And, you know, building up those nonstop flights, that's what everybody wants, is to be able to get on the airplane in Houston, to be able to get off in Traverse City at TVC, and you're an hour from bag claim to the fairway, and really out and playing some great golf. So it's a great opportunity, and Houston will be our 20th nonstop destination.
Yeah, and you know, and Mike, you mentioned Dallas. You know, we started in Dallas with service on American Airlines, and that service has absolutely been amazing. It flies daily into Traverse City, May through October, and I'll tell you what, we've been hosting a lot of guests there. Almost every one of those coming in has a set of golf clubs with them. So we are just a fantastic golf destination and tourism destination for people from Texas, and a great way to get out of the heat.
Yeah,
You know,
it sounds great, guys. I mean, to have this Houston nonstop flight, you know, and I mean, there wouldn't be any better place to go. I mean, based on what Mike was talking about, the temperatures. To go somewhere for, you know, 4 or 5 days and beat the heat and enjoy some beautiful golf. I looked at the pictures that Mike sent me, and it just looks wonderful. You know, the trees and the change of this. You know, I saw some trees changing colors, and it was just beautiful.
Well, when you fly into Traverse City, you're flying into and really looking over Lake Michigan and seeing, you know, the east and west Grand Traverse Bay coming in. And so we love to sell our fresh water. I know down here in the Gulf area, you have that salt water. So we want to make sure some of them have the most pristine beaches, almost Caribbean-like beaches, with our blue clear water up in northern Michigan. So we have a lot of beach activity, you know, as we talked about some of the stream, but when you look at some of the outdoor activities that you can pair up with your golf excursions, you know, what about some charter fishing and some other things that can really get you out and going? We have over 42 wineries. We're on the 45th parallel, so it's great production for our grapes and wines. So, you know, when you're looking at bringing up a family, we have all kinds of activities, from the golf to the meal, you know, the foodie stuff to do, that we can really pair it all together.
Well, I can tell you this, I've been up there and I enjoyed it all. You guys kept me busy every time I was up there. And there was always a pub to go to. There was always a cigar to smoke. There was a campfire going on in the background. And I tell you what, though, I froze my butt off up there. I'm glad I bought something, but I'm a Wisconsin guy. You know, so I got some thin blood here. But when we were out there having a campfire, I goes, I'm glad I bought a sweater along. I said, because it was so comfortable. You play in 70-degree weather, and at nighttime you get that. I mean, coming from 100, and that flight when I came in, I left and it was 116 degrees when I flew into Gaylord. So yeah, it was all good. Hey, listen, I was seeing something that someone had sent to me that when you land, and by the way, your airport, cleanest airport, and where as many people that come through that place. I mean, and it's quick to get in, quick to get out, and your next thing you know, you're on your flight. And I'm going, man, and I think a lot of golfers love that stuff. When they can come in real quick, get on a place to come to Gaylord, and I think you have transportation from the airport to Gaylord, right? That's what we did.
Absolutely. The resorts all provide different transportation. Of course, we have the typical Uber, Lyft, all available up there in northern Michigan. So all kinds of, and then your rental cars, all the major national brand, Avis, Budget, Enterprise, National, Hertz. We have them all there to be able to service that golfer. But I thank you for that great compliment on the terminal. Team TVC works very hard to keep that very clean. So we thank you for that. But why the terminal is what it is, it's really that up north lodge. We know people want to come up, and the minute they step off that airplane, they are ready to be on vacation. They are ready to relax. And that's what the whole terminal is built on. It's a Frank Lloyd Wright prairie style design that just brings in all that cherry wood, being the cherry capital of the world. We use all those types of things to really bring out what our hometowns are all about. And so it's all about you leave Houston, you get to Traverse City, you're on vacation, and it's that stress-free living of northern Michigan.
Yeah, it sounds like once you get there, I mean, it's not like any other trip. You can get off the plane, get in the shuttle, or rent a car and get to what you want to be doing. Is getting somewhere to fish or play some golf. It sounds like a great place.
And one of the things we always recommend is when you get that rental car, there are so many golf courses through the Gaylord area to play. You can, pretty much choose. And then, there's also some specialties with the par 3 shootout that, really, really make it special. I kind of like to play that myself. There's just such unique things to do. And then if you want to take a day trip, up to, go up to Mackinac Island, where you can spend a day, where you can catch the ferry over to the island and kind of go back in time. And we're an island that still, there's no vehicles on there, horse and carry, that has some great golf clubs that are courses there. Also, so when you really look at northern Michigan, calling it the golf mecca is really what we're proud of.
Well, then you were talking about transportation with car, rental, whatever that might be. I prefer the Gaylord shuttle because that shuttle is pretty fun. Taking that hour drive, and, before you know it, you're there and you're not done what you're supposed to be drinking and eating. And, and they drink it so well up there. I mean, it really is. The time that we went up there, it was just way too much fun. And I plan on coming up here again here soon before the summer is up. And I do want to do what you were talking about, Kevin. I want to go see. I'm going to go play some golf, especially treetops. I got to go back to treetops and play that again. I mean, and we need to talk a little bit about that because actually I didn't realize until I started reading some literature that actually maybe Lee Trevino from Texas put Gaylord on the map along with Jack Nicklaus and a few others. Maybe you can kind of make sure I'm saying the right thing here.
Yeah, so you are. So he hit the richest shot in golf history. We hosted at Treetops Resort an event called the Par 3 Shootout. And as one of the side deals that they had going on, part of the tournament, if you got a hole in one, you won $1 million. And Lee Trevino on hole number 7 at Treetops about 22 years ago hit a hole in one. And there's a little plaque on the tee box. You can hit your shot if you would like from the exact same spot. And I know the exact amount of years because my son was born about 2 or 3 days after the event. And he will be, this year, he will be 23. So that happened 22 years ago. But it's really an amazing golf course, and it speaks to the caliber of what has happened when we talk about the golf courses there. You know, I mentioned in passing some of the top designers literally in the world. The only golf course in Michigan that Tom Fazio designed is at Treetops. Robert Trent Jones Sr., his final golf course that he designed is Treetops Resort. Reese Jones designed a course up at Black Lake Golf Club, Mike, which you played, which is owned by the UAW, open to the public. Rick Smith, who was a teaching professional for some of the big PGA pros, has 2 golf courses. And then Gary Koch, of course, designed a golf course at Otsego Resort called the Tribute, which is absolutely stunning. And some of the holes there, the tee have 30, 40 mile views, and it's really amazing to hit your golf ball. The hang time on some of those is just absolutely unbelievable, and something probably Texans would not be used to. But you know, those designers built those courses because there's so much land and there's so many unique characteristics there. So really, when I talk about it, I can't emphasize the quality of the golf courses. They're all 18-hole championship courses, and I would take you to any of our member courses. They're all that good. And Mike, I know you played a number of them, so just very, very enjoyable courses.
And to jump on that, you mentioned Jack Nicklaus. So the Bear, the golf course, the Bear, is at Grand Traverse Resort, just 3 miles away from the airport. So when you talk about getting to the fairway quick, you could easily jump onto the Bear at Grand Traverse Resort. It's just next door.
You know, and that's what golfers love to do, man. That's what golfers love to do. And listen, we have about a minute left here, and I'll ask the final question here. Because Susan Wilcox is one of my favorite ladies. She is so good at what she does and she made all this so easy to put together. Being that we're all so far apart sometimes, but you guys hold the Cherry Festival up there. You guys are considered the cherry folks of the country, and I'm a big cherry pie guy. And I don't know if you guys have ever had cherry pie with a glass of whiskey.
Ooh,
there's a little glaze
or a glass of red wine, Mike, goes pretty good with a piece of cherry pie. Let me tell you.
Traverse
I
City
tell you what,
company makes a cherry whiskey.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Wow.
There you go. Hey, listen, Susan told me on my way up, she said, Mike, there'll be some pie waiting for you when you get here. And she said, but just let me know when you come. Hey guys, let's get out the information one more time. What's going on in Houston, Kevin? And we got to wrap this up.
Beginning June 29th, United Airlines starts nonstop service from Houston International to TVC Cherry Capital Airport. And you can book that Saturdays seasonal through August 17th. And then we're looking to expand that next year to grow even more. It's your easy access. You can find all the information at tvcairport.com.
And for information on golf, Mike and Gaylord, GaylordGolfMecca.com. It's real easy. And Traverse City Airport website, amazing website, all the information you need for booking your trip to Northern Michigan.
And it's not just about golf. I tell you what, you got some of the best golf in the world right there, but there's so much more to do. And I can't wait to come up there and see. There's so much more to do, guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys when I come up there. Appreciate you guys taking some time out to join us and give us the scoop of what's going on in Houston. And good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I like your hat, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
I like yours better.
That's a fine looking cap you got on there.
Sounds like a great place.
Talking to you, Quentin.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to get some more gear.
Thanks, Paul.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you
Guys, have a good rest of the week. We'll catch up with you later.
Okay, very good.
Bye now.
Thanks.
Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. And when we come back, we're going to go back over to Houston and we're going to catch up with Kobe Stevens Apparel. Kobe Golick will be joining us shortly. Don't go away. If you haven't had a cold one, go get one. We'll be right back.
It's the Independence Day sale at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Take advantage of incredible deals like 20% off all used clubs, Orange Dot apparel starting at $29.99, and all closeout shoes and bags get an extra 20% off. Shop in store or online for great Independence Day deals. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.
Old friend, our hearts know you. You welcome us with open arms. Your stories are our favorites to retell. And you love surprising us with new ones. Our family treasures these moments with you and your sugar white sand.
Excuse me. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Texas Golf Insider Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Rashman. I was choking on a drink. I'm sorry. You can understand that. We're here with Quinn Alexander. We got Kobe Golick, who's the owner of Kobe Stevens. And you folks, hey, listen, I got your reasonable one on it, and not a whole lot of colors, but it had to go with the Gaylord hat, kind of. We had some folks from Gaylord on Gaylord, Michigan.
There you go.
Been up to before. It's their temperature today was 69 degrees as a high and 54 as a low. And they're in your neck of the woods and going, it's hot as hell over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, welcome to the show, man. I've seen your new gear. You know, we're always talking about different stuff that you're doing, and man, I like your gear. What made you come up with, you tell them what you got going on. It's a whole lot easier doing it that way.
Well, so thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, first and foremost. But yeah, we've been super busy. You know, it's actually funny, Mike, because this is the first time since February that I'm actually in front of a computer doing the podcast this time.
Wow, you're coming in clear too.
Yeah, last month was I was on my way to Colorado, In April, I was in my car again. I just got done playing at Golf Club of Houston before the Live tournament. And then in March, I was at the Houston Open right there on the 18th green when we did the podcast. So this almost doesn't feel normal.
Wow. Well, he's always catching up with you. And again, I knew you were going to the Astros game today, so I didn't know. I said, is he going to really make it? I know we put a little slot in there for you. I said, we'll see. I thought maybe you would be coming live from the Astros.
I almost was. I sat in traffic forever, and I was sporting my Kobe Stevens exclusive.
Nice.
Texas Children's Astros polo, and yeah, so we've been super busy, super excited with everything that's been going on. Lots of travel, lots of tournaments. We've got a tournament tomorrow, helping to raise money for veterans. And then on Friday, we have our first ever fishing tournament that we are going to set up at. We're one of the sponsors for Dow Chemical, and they are raising money for United Way. So continuing to focus on all these charity events and raising money for different foundations. So it's been exciting. We've got some new fishing outdoor gear that's going to launch, I guess officially maybe on Friday, but pretty much to everybody else online on Monday of next week. And then we've got some new summer prints and some other new exciting styles that are going to be probably our next best sellers for sure.
Well, I know Quinn.
Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
So where's the fishing tournament going to be?
It is. It's in Galveston Bay. So we're technically North Houston, like up by Spring in the Woodlands area, if you're familiar with that. And then this is going to be down in like where League City is and Kemah, not quite into Galveston. So it'll be in the Bay, I guess, is where the tournament will be, not out. What am I trying to say? Out in the Gulf or anything. It'll be in the Bay.
Oh, okay. Well, great.
Well, Quint and I were talking about we're going to order some of those shirts. I sent them over to him, and I told him.
Oh yeah, I saw them. They look great.
Perfect. Don't forget your TGI discount code either.
Oh yeah, hey, listen, you get 20% off.
Is that something?
Exactly.
Does that exist? Okay.
Yeah, anytime, whether it's retail, wholesale, anything, make sure that you use your coupon code. It's TGI for Texas Golf Insider, and you get 20% off, whether it's sale merchandise, regular price merchandise, hats, polos, shorts, whatever it is, you get 20% off the entire purchase. So definitely take advantage of that. And we have a lot of sales going on right now, kind of clearing through some of the older styles. So it was we've had a busy couple of weeks moving through some old goods, and I'm looking at some of these orders, and I'm like, man, these people are getting these polos for like $12. So it's one.
Okay, let me ask you this: if they do $12 and they say TGI, they still get 20% off on that?
Yep, $9 out the door.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, what a great deal that is.
Well, let me ask you: how about retailers? Retailers can do the same thing.
Absolutely. Yep. All regular price and
okay.
Wait, did you say retailers?
Yeah, you have retail stores. I say if they want to put your stuff in their place, they can actually go online instead of going through you.
If it's going to be a wholesale order, they would probably contact us, like pro shops and things like that. So, we've built some good partnerships with the help of TGI, and I think that we've helped a couple of pro shops become Texas Golf Insider customers as well. But even if they do their big orders, they can also receive discount as well.
TGI is the magic number.
There you go.
Wow.
Hey, let me ask you, why the fishing gear? So you take, because that's a whole different ball game there.
Yeah, I think as we kind of look at the brand and just the way that it's evolved over time, obviously golf is our basis, and we're really kind of growing as a lifestyle brand. So as we are, engaging in a lot of new customers and just a lot of new business, we want to grow the brand as not only golf, but something that maybe kind of has the base or the foundation of golf, and then something that you can wear, whether you're boiling some crawfish in the backyard or, maybe on a date night with your wife or at a fishing tournament. So when we were in Colorado, we were up there for an event for USSSA. It's a softball program for the military. And, all these guys, are obviously really big softball players. It's kind of like a different level, not like the kind of softball that maybe we play, but they all love to golf, and they also love to go fishing and anything outdoors and any kind of activities like that. So the more that we can, continue to add to our collection and add to the brand is something that we want to continue to focus on and grow.
Well, it just sounds like a great idea because I know that being around golfers all my life, they like to hunt and they like to fish, they like to be outdoors. So it sounds like a great idea, Kobe.
And that's something that's kind of interesting too, is even if you just look at the actual item itself, so like we have these performance hoodies that are long sleeve and they're very lightweight, they're very comfortable. And now you can wear a hoodie on the golf course as well. I think, was it 4 years ago with the Ryder Cup? I think Ralph Lauren, as a part of their uniform, even had a lightweight hoodie on there. So now you can wear hoodies on a golf course. And I've even seen, I think, even if you look at Phil Mickelson, obviously before he went to LIV, but he was wearing that button up
Right.
shirt, so, and then when they go play the Sony Open and the Century Tournament of Champions, some of them are wearing those Hawaiian shirts and it's even untucked. So, it's just interesting the way the whole evolution of the outfits has changed too. So, in this particular case, maybe you go play golf in the morning and then go drop a line and go fishing in the afternoon, and you don't have to change your outfit.
Well, I've done that several times,
Yeah.
but it was fishing in the morning and then
Well,
go
I
get
guess,
an
yeah.
18 holes. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I'll go fish again in the afternoon.
It may have to depend on what time of the year. Probably, actually, right now you probably want to golf in the morning and then maybe try to fish at dusk. But either
That's
way,
true.
we've got it covered.
Hey, we got about 45 seconds left here. You said you have the hottest polo t-shirt, or you got the hottest polo. What's the hottest polo you got going?
Yeah, so I sent you a message. We did it for the Houston Open, and without exaggeration, we sold out completely on the first day. So we call it the Ultimate Houston, and it
cool.
just has a bunch of icons all over it, whether it's barbecue or Astros or Texans or Rockets or barbecue or whatever. And NASA, I think it's got the old Astrodome on there, Space Shuttle, all kinds of stuff. And we just continue to reorder and reorder and reorder. And I just got another 100 pieces from the factory today that I just unboxed because we are selling out of it like crazy.
And I'm sure you're going to be doing it this weekend at your new open house.
Yes, we are so excited about it. We moved offices. We've got a big showroom. So certainly if you're in the Houston area, we put it out on social media, but definitely stop by in the afternoon. We may have a couple of frosty beverages there, and
no doubt,
maybe a couple other snacks. So worst case scenario, we'll have the television on the what do we have this weekend? The Rocket Mortgage. We'll have the TV on the Rocket Mortgage, and come have a drink, do a little bit of shopping, and stop on by.
Well, I've been at your tent before, so it's always refreshing.
Yes,
should I say refreshments?
Yeah.
Hey, Kobe, we're up against the clock, man. Can you give out a website that people can go and maybe start making their orders?
Yeah, absolutely. Go check us out at kobystevens.com. It's KOBYSTEVENS.com, and load up that cart with as many items as you want. Sale, regular price, whatever you want. And then don't forget at the very end, when it asks you for a coupon code, put in TGI and you get 20% off of everything. You can't beat it.
You're the man. You're the man. You're always dressing us up looking pretty nice all the time, Kobe.
I love it. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks,
I'm
Kobe.
glad you could pull off.
Nice meeting you.
In. Yeah,
absolutely. Nice meeting you, Quinn, and hopefully we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, buddy, have a good week. We'll catch up with you a little later.
Absolutely. Thank you,
I'll
gentlemen.
be making my order too.
There we go.
Okay, buddy. Take it easy. Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk all about what's going on at Land Park. If you have not played it, there's so many people coming into town. If you have not played it, stick around. Got some great pictures, photos, and of course, we got the man who makes it all happen over there too, Quinn Alexander. So don't go away. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Welcome back, company to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. Quinn Alexander spending the whole hour with us. Glad you could pull that off, man. Hey, I knew we'd get eventually to you what's going on at Landa Park. because if you have played Landa Park 10, 15 years ago, and I know some of you have, because I have, total makeup, just a total different place to go play, total different clubhouse, the whole deal. I mean, it's all changed out there, and Quint Alexander is part of this continuing to keep making Landa Park greater and greater every time you come on out and play. And Quint, you've been put in a pretty good spot where they're keeping you busy day after day after day. Every time I talk to you, and I find you at the counter, and I know at the counter when you're answering, I said, I'll call you back later because I know you're busy as heck.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. I mean, Landa's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, tell us a little bit about Landa Park, and maybe some of the history to it, and why they really need to come up and really take a look and play your course.
Well, like you said, Landa's been there a long time. They started with, I think in 1938, they built 9 holes there at Landa Park. And then I think in the early 70s, they built another 9 holes. And in 2013, they decided to renovate the whole golf course. And it was a year project. It was Finger, Span, and Die were the architects. And they did a great job as far as, making the place a little bit more competitive than it used to be. It used to be your typical municipal golf course, but they did a great job. And then, we had a great superintendent that kind of supervised the event, but then we got a great guy that came in about 3 years after we opened the golf course in 2014 and named Brody Dillard. And we've just taken off from there. I mean, the golf course is always in good shape, and we're just in such a neat area as far as New Braunfels. There's so much going on, and we just stay busy. I mean, it's neat to have such a good product, and it's neat to have people that love the place, and it's good to be busy. I mean, so we're excited.
I play from the up tees because I can, and I live long enough to do that. But you know something? I play with guys that play from the back tees. And when you take a look at the scorecard and you see the yardage, that can kind of fool you, because I've seen these guys get in more trouble than I get in. Because, of course, I played there before. There are some risk and rewards, no doubt. But on some of those holes, you take the risk, there might not be a reward waiting for you if you're playing back from the tees. So a lot of the guys think they can handle a course like that, and they can in many cases. Yeah. But pick your poison where you want to play from and when you want to go out and play it, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we have 4 sets of tees, and it is a little misleading. I mean, because, most golfers, and I do, I'm the same, as I kind of go based on yardage. And our course, I think, tipped out as, almost 6,300 yards. And that's a short golf course, but like you said, there's so much risk reward as far as we have so many water holes, and we have somewhat island holes. Number 2 is kind of an island green. People will debate that with me, but where you have to hit it on the green, and hole number 4. But it's neat to see that people will talk about, well, yeah, this course, look at it. And then they play and they go, man, it wasn't what I thought. I mean, you got to be pretty precise with your approach shots, and there's a lot of great bunkering there, and the greens are, pretty hard to read. I mean, they're great greens, but it's just, it's not an easy feat. I mean, as far as there's some pretty tough pin placements out there, but it's so neat to have such a good product, a good golf course. And like I said, we're lucky to have some good people that work out there.
Well, and again, there was a time that there was every one of your greens out there were straight, and now the undulation and all the greens, you got to play it a couple times, to kind of get the feel where they all go. But it's just because you get to the green, that doesn't mean you're making a par all the time, because these greens can come up and bite you a little bit.
They can, and I mean, there's there's really no flat parts on those greens. So, you know, I mean, on our normal days, some people will say, you know, what happened? Was the greenskeeper mad or what happened? You know, I mean, because, you know, there can be some tough spots not even trying to do it. So it's neat. But, you know, I mean, like I say, the course is in great shape. We try to keep that pace of play around. We try to keep it at about 4 hours and 15 minutes, no more than 4:30. So it's neat. So we don't want to trick up those greens too much.
No, you don't have to. Yeah, you really don't. It's a fun course to go play. And it ain't the reason I know people like it because I can't get a tee time out there. Your tee sheet is full every day, every week. You know, we were talking out there before my son-in-law was saying, man, I'd like to go out and play. He said, but I can't get a tee time. And I said, you got to know when to wake up and start maneuvering your tee time. And they got to go online to make their tee times, right?
They do, you know, and we try to tell people that, I mean, we do have associations and leagues that play, and they have for a long time. And so there's days that you probably almost need to stay away from as far as trying to schedule your time. You know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are very hard to make tee times, even if you get up early. It's just the leagues that play, and they take up a lot of time. So, you know, your best bet is Monday, and then it's probably Friday, and then it's probably Sunday. So people that are trying to sign up, that's really the days they need to do it. And then, you know, we do take groups more than 2 weeks in advance. It's kind of a balancing act between membership and you know, residents, and so it's a neat problem to have. You know, you can't make everybody happy, but it's good to have a course that, you know, is people want to play, and so it's neat. So it's a good place to be.
Well, you know, and you got to have a staff. You know, when things start getting packed and everybody's getting antsy to get on, you guys got a pretty good staff. You've been there long enough to understand that, hey, this is going to require having fun when you come out, and still keeping the fun factor in so you don't get stressed out before you go on the golf course. And you guys got a really good staff. They love to have a lot of fun. I know every time I come in there, someone's ribbing me for something. But you got some good guys.
Yeah, we have a good staff. I mean, we have a couple of Chris's, and they do a good job. We have Cy Chapa, who he grew up in the Braunfels. He loves Landon Park. We love him, and he does such a great job. His dad, who is, I think, 90 years old, still marshals out there. So he's been out there for, I think, 50 years, if not longer. So it's neat, and we take, you know, pride in having a nice golf course and taking care of it, and just proud of the place. So we're happy to welcome people to play.
Well, what are the fees you got up there now? Are still keeping at a pace where, you know, you guys can still do well? Because I know everything has gone up. I mean, seed has gone up. All the pesticides and everything else has just gone up so crazy.
You know, yeah, all our costs have gone up. I mean, you know, obviously labor costs have gone up. You know, so. But you know, the Braunfels is great. You know, the city is keeping it affordable for, you know, not just only its residents, for everybody else. I mean, we had a rate increase June 1st, but we went from $45 to $50 on weekdays, excuse me, and then we went from $49 to $54 on weekends. That's Saturday and Sunday, and that's in your green fee card, and you know, and your tax on that. So that's all inclusive. So that's a great rate. And if you walk, it's $11 cheaper on all those rates. And then we have a senior military rate that is Monday through Friday, and it's $43. And if you walk, it's $11 cheaper. So it's a great, you know, it's a great price for the product you get. And I'm happy that the city of Braunfels is, you know, keeping the rates where it's affordable for everybody.
I'll tell you what, it's an amazing price. I mean, it's unbelievable that you guys are only charging that. And folks, listen, I'm telling you, put it on your list. And I know a lot of you people are coming here throughout the summertime, and you're not going to float every day. So take one of the days and check out Land Park, man. I think you're really going to like it. Hey, you got your real quick. I know you got something going on there, which really intrigued me. And I know you guys been kind of working on this. You got some new construction, that might be coming here at the end of the year or just at the turn of the year. What's going on?
Well, in 2013 to 2014, we did, renovate the golf course. Also, we did the clubhouse. But we do have an area that's just off the back part of our dining room that we didn't have the opportunity to renovate at that time. It's a beautiful area. It's right by the old channel of the Comal, and it's an area that we just started on. It should be completed in about, hopefully in about 3 or 4 months. We're redoing it with concrete in the back deck area. We'll have seating for probably to 28 to 32 folks. We'll have it where you can, from the dining room, we can slide open the glass doors. So it's going to be a really neat area. It's such a beautiful area back there where you're overlooking the water, and the water's so clear. And so we're looking forward to it. It's something that
be a place
Land Park has worked on a long time.
Is it going to be a place you can smoke a cigar?
You can smoke a cigar. You can have a beer or wine. You can have a hamburger, or and you can have a mixed drink. I mean, it's going to be a nice area. It's well overdue as far as doing that. So I know our members and people that play out there, they're excited about it.
What's a good website they can go to?
They can go to landaparkgolfcourse.com, and you can look up what we have there, and also our rates, and also you can book your tee time on there. And I would suggest trying to do it online.
Hey, Quint, you and I have known each other for 26 years. And actually, you were the first guy that ever read an article in our first edition of the magazine. And this is the first time you spent the full hour with me, so we could kind of hang out and just BS with a few people tonight. And I appreciate you doing that, man. It's always good catching up with you. I know I always catch you at the most opportune, not so good time because you're always busy.
Well, it's always great and thank you for inviting me on the show. And it's always great to be with you and talk to you. And so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it as well. Also want to thank Paul Beachnell and Kevin Klein for coming on the show, folks. If you're thinking about breaking away in the summertime, and I'm not telling you any BS here. You need to get to Gaylord Golf Mecca, and you will not be disappointed. It'll be one of those places you're going to have to go back to, like I am. This will be my third time going there, and the reason I'm going back there is it's going to be in August. I don't want to hang out here in August. It's just not a place I'm going to do. So I'm finding my way back there. And if you listen to these guys, they're a fun group. And it's not just him, it's the whole town, the whole city. From the time you get to the airport, it's nothing but a blast. So check it out. Gaylord Golf Mecca, you're not going to be disappointed. I always want to thank Kobe, too, for coming on in and spending a few minutes with us. And check out his fish gear. And while you're there, take a look at all the other stuff he's got going on. Don't forget to put anything you buy, TGI. You get 20% off on everything. And folks, I want to thank everybody for watching every week. And I appreciate everybody sharing with their friends. And as long as you guys continue to do that, Dave and I will be back every week from here on out. So keep on doing what you're doing. We'll do what we're doing. And I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Just remember, rain or shine, book that tee time. We'll see you all sometime next week.
See you. Thank you.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.vc.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.